Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to HemingwayLand.com, your source for quality, affordable land in the states of New Mexico and Hawaii. This is our preview, our weekly preview of all the properties going live on the website for tomorrow, Friday, October 16th, 2020. Before I get started, as always, do want to thank all the people who bought land from us these past 7 days. Another long list of buyers, particularly for our Rio Rancho, that bulk acquisition we did last week that we're slowly getting photographed and rolling out week after week. Sold a bunch of those. So I want to start off by thanking Anthony, who bought one of those Rio Ranchos. Juan, who bought not one, not two, but three of the Rio Ranchos. Juan is a returning customer. We appreciate him very much. And Karina, one of our favorite customers, returning customer. She's bought a lot of land from us. She always leaves a delightful comment on the YouTube channel, always sends me delightful emails. Karina swooped in shortly after midnight and scooped up one of the Rio Ranchos. I think Karina is always the first person to view these videos every week, so much appreciated. Special thanks to her, etc. Also this week, guys, sold all 4 of the Valencia County lots that we listed last week. That, of course, did not come as a galloping shock to anyone. They were all listed under $1,000. So special thanks to Scott, Shania, Blake, and Ronald for purchasing those. I think I've got 1 or 2 more coming up in the weeks ahead. So if you missed out, stay tuned. We'll have more coming soon. And additionally, I also want to thank Andrew, who bought some land from us in Tres Piedras Estates this past week out there in Taos County. For the record, guys, Taos County, those Tres Piedras lots, if you ever go into business selling land in Tres Piedras, it's an amazing thing. January to August, you sell like 1 million lots, and then September comes and it just drops off. I'm not complaining. I'm just observing the fact that it's strangely seasonal. I don't know. But anyway, thanks to all our buyers from this past week. With all that said, guys, new properties going live this week. The first one, of course, we got the Hawaii page queued up. The first one is in Hawaii. HIHI 11772, located in Orchid Isle Estates, 0.28 acres, roughly about a quarter-acre lot, priced at $8,000. I, of course, will have a video up on the listing page tonight talking about this one. In short, however, guys, this is the Orchid Isle Estates subdivision. It's a small little subdivision, sits right off Hawaii Belt Road, just north of Volcano, just south of Mountain View. Also close by Curtistown, Kiao, Hilo, all in close driving distance. Additionally, you've got the black sand beaches here along the southeast coast of the island, very nearby. So a lot of good stuff going on out here. These properties, these Orchid Isle properties, are really popular with our buyers, though, because they boast, essentially it's a subdivision without any covenants or restrictions, without an HOA, without any yearly dues, so on and so forth. So the kind of lax or progressive zoning that you see in Hawaii County is to an even greater degree out here. So for those of you who come to the website regularly looking for places in Hawaii that you can build a tiny home, a shipping container home, a yurt, places where you can live off the grid, where no one's going to bother you or tell you what you can and cannot do, this may be the place for you. For the record, guys, we pride ourselves on getting photos taken of each of our properties. Had some difficulties with this one. It's getting really hard to find a reliable photographer in Hawaii these days. So if anybody knows anyone, feel free to leave a comment here on the YouTube. Feel free to link to their Instagram. But some of these photos are recycled from a property about 3 streets over because the guy we hired to go out there, who we give explicit instructions to, decided to take 8 weeks, go out there, fly a drone around the block once or twice, call it a day, and overcharge us. And so we've got 7 million drone shots, not a lot from the street itself, but the video that we made on the listing page, I hope walks you guys through, exactly, as best we can, the property and what's out there, power at the lot line, nice road access, etc., etc. Hope we're able to describe it and make up for the inadequacies of the photography this week. Anyway, with that said, guys, check that listing out. That'll be live on the website tomorrow. Additionally, also going live tomorrow in New Mexico, in Sandoval County, out there in Rio Rancho. Not so much going live. These are properties we had debuted last week, but we've got them photographed now. The first 2 rows are all properties in Unit 8. For those of you who do not know where Unit 8 is, just click the Learn More button here. It'll take you to the main Rio Rancho page. You can come down to the unit map, and you can see that Unit 8 sits between Southern and Northern Boulevards. Basically, all these properties are just right off Southern, right off the really developed area. Actually, let me bring one of them up on the map. This is the really developed area right here off of Southern, and all of these properties are sitting basically in this area. Some of them have power at the lot line, some of them power very close by, but as you can see, a dense cluster of development just sort of building out this way. So these properties are really good purchases. particularly now, particularly with property values going up in this area as time goes on. Additionally, as noted, you've got things like, for instance, this property is a 2-acre lot. It's got road access on 3 sides. It's 4 adjacent half-acre lots, and this one is actually the most removed that we have of the Unit 8 properties. But the point is some nice large lots, some lots close to development, lots close to Southern Boulevard, close to power, etc. Really good properties. I encourage you guys to check those out. Additionally, and by the way, I should mention, these are all going to be live on the spreadsheet now. So, of course, you can compare and contrast them here. All the Unit 8 properties begin down here at, what is this, line 196. That's where they start at. Properties L, M, N, P, Q, and S are the Unit 8 ones. And, of course, we have the helpful feature of the plat map here to help you compare and contrast these lots and decide which one works best for you. For the record, guys, our photographer, our reliable New Mexico photographer, is currently chasing clouds all around the state of New Mexico, chasing weather. So we got a bunch of properties that are backed up, acquisitions that are backing up. He's got the Unit 7 properties photographed. They'll go live on the website next week with the photos. Unit 6, Unit 5, Unit 4, those might take a little bit longer. So for those of you who are familiar with Rio Rancho, who do have a good working knowledge of the area, if there's any properties here that you're looking at that you want to buy, it may take a while to get the photos listed. Keep in mind we're offering a $250 refund after purchase. To anybody who buys anything that isn't photographed, anybody who saves our photographer a trip to Rio Rancho, who allows him to go shoot another property, basically, we give you $250 back after purchase. Juan, who bought 3 lots from us last week, didn't know that until I refunded him $750. So there you go. Anyway, guys, with all that said, other new properties going live this week are in Socorro County. We've got even more Rio Grande Estates lots. Another 4. They are the last 4 listings here in the Socorro County listings. These are in the northern part of the subdivision. Let me pull up the plat map here, guys, and show you what I'm talking about. So up here in the northern part of the subdivision, properties are in Unit 7, 8, 9, and 10. What's actually really good about this area is that you've gotten far away from the highway here, from all the power and development down here, but now you've actually reached the part of the subdivision where there's basically surrounded by power and development. So all the white areas that you see are other subdivisions. They're residential areas, some dense clusters of homes, industrial farming areas, etc. But if you look at the lots that are in these areas close to these other subs, many of the people who have home sites out here have actually had power extended out to their properties. So I know we've got one this week where power's just 1,000 feet down the road. The other ones are pretty close by, surprisingly, for this northern area. So feel free to check those out. This is the northern area of the subdivision. If you zoom in on some of these, you can see there are some home sites out here that are actually connected to the grid because of home sites close by. And this industrial farming area here, you'll see home sites here that have power nearby. I don't know if I'm boring you with this, but the point is, guys, we've got lots in the northern part with power pretty close by. They, of course, will be linked on the spreadsheet down here. Units 7, 8, 9, and 10. All the coming soons will be live on the spreadsheet tomorrow. Finally, guys, going back up on the website this week in Sierra County, the Elephant Butte Lake property fell out of escrow, so it's available again, back on the market. Check this one out. It's in a really good location. First off, it's in a residential area. You've got city utilities out here, city water, city sewer, etc., and it's very close to Elephant Butte Lake, like literally walking distance to the lake or a pleasant bike ride. Very close to Truth or Consequences as well. So a lot of great features with this property. It's one of these where, occasionally I buy things where I think, oh, this is going to sit on the website for 6 months before it sells, and it sells in a weekend. And then the opposite happens with a property like this, where I think it's right by the largest body of water in the state. There's no way, this thing stays in inventory longer than a weekend. And now it's over a year later and we still have it in inventory. I think it's a really good property. If you're inclined to agree, but the price doesn't work for you as much or the terms don't work for you as much, give us a call, shoot us an email, let us know what you prefer as a down payment, as a monthly payment. With this one, I would qualify us as motivated to sell. So if you have some other notions about what you can afford to do on a monthly basis, or, you want to try to haggle with us on price, we're open to it, guys. Anyway, with all that said, our photographer, as noted, is chasing weather all around New Mexico. We got a bunch of properties I hope we'll have live by the end of the year. They're rolling out slowly, simply because the weather has not accommodated it. Next week, we should have properties back in Otero County, in Torrance County, and hopefully by the end of the month, Cibola and Rio Arriba counties, because we've got some really good lots up there that I can't wait to show you guys. Also coming in November, another major bulk purchase that I'm looking forward to showing you as well. For the record, guys, voting's underway. Voting started in Nevada last week. Not to make this too preachy or messagey, but voting started out here last week. I voted already. I hope you've had a chance to. I hope the coronavirus is not keeping you at home, keeping you away from voting. Take advantage, guys. Anyway, with all that said, thanks for watching, and we will see you in next week's video.